Alright guys, so what we're going to do in this video, and actually before we get to that, I don't know how long we'll keep this channel, right? Remember, I had my channel taken away from me for 3 solid years, and then here recently they returned it to me. But we're beginning to see they not only don't like you talking about scripture, right? They remove your channel if you get into the truth of scripture and factually based evidential fact historical proofs, in other words, truth in scripture, they take your channel down. We're now seeing that they're doing the same thing when it comes to crypto. So we're seeing YouTube channel after YouTube channel after YouTube channel being removed because they're speaking about crypto. Crypto is a disruptor to the control system. So they are fighting it. So just understand that we may not have this channel for much longer. What I'm going to start doing is not only posting the videos to YouTube, but I'm also going to be posting them on Snipverse. So if the channel remains around, we will get into Snipverse so you can see how to get set up over there. Nevertheless, what I want to do in this video is give us another avenue of yield. And we're going to do that by staking loan. So right now, as we can see, there's no loan up here in the top, right? The things we own. So what we need to do is go to the swap function, which will open a new tab. And then we want to go over here at the top. We want to go over to swap. And then we want to go from, well, let me log out of. Alright, let's get logged in here. And now we're on the right network, and we have 95 XUSDC. And what we want to do is switch it over to loan protocol. And we're going to get some loan while we are in the down markets. And we're just going to take about $50 in USDC, which will give us about 66,232 loan. And all you got to do is hit swap, right? And then sign your transaction using your YubiKey or your PIN or facial recognition or however you're doing it. And then once you've done that, you now have loan in your wallet. So we can go back to the wallet and let this refresh for a second. And there it is. So now we have $49.10 in loan. Now what we need to do is click on swap or go back to that browser. So we're back over here on the browser, and then we want to click on loan because this is where you stake your loan. So we click on that, and then we got to go to explore market. And before we do that, we can see that we are again in the wrong account. So we'll authorize that in our TJ YouTube account. Go to explore market, and now that we are here, we want to come up to the top here and click on stake. Now, staking loan is a different type of thing. So first of all, I want to do the max because I want this loan to reward me with more loan that I can then claim and then put back into loan, stake it even longer, and just kind of compound that loan, because I believe that eventually loan will be worth at least $1, right? That's my target for right now, loan going to $1. When we get to $1, we can look at it and see what's been voted on and all these different things over in the DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, where we vote on what we want in the loan protocol, or whether we're going to create more loan or all these different things. Now, keep in mind, loan is an unlimited, infinite amount can be printed, right? So there is no limit to it. But it has to be voted on, and it has to be voted on by those who hold or stake loan. So if you don't have loan, you don't participate in that governance. But if you do own loan, because you own loan, you have the right to participate in the governance of loan. And of course, you're going to protect the loan that you have, and so that you're going to be careful in what you allow and don't allow by your votes. Now, of course, MetalX will have the most amount of loan, and so they'll have the basically they can control the direction things go, but over time that will differentiate. Their amount of loan that they own will come down. The amount of loan that the average people across the board own will go up, and it'll kind of neutralize. But with all that said, I want you to understand that there is absolutely no reason that loan cannot go to $1 or even $2 or $3 or even $10, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is nothing about these videos are ever financial advice. Not a single video I've ever done is financial advice. I'm not telling you to invest in loan. I am investing in loan, and so therefore I am showing you how to stake your loan if you decide you want to stake your loan. Again, it is critically important that every person does their own personal research and comes to their own personal conclusion. Don't be listening to influencers. They are there to influence according to their bags. Okay? Do your own research. I will state this in every single video until it clicks in your head that you have to do the research. You can't be going to the influencers to get your research. You have to get into the documents. You have to go to the web pages. You have to go to the web page of the token that you're looking at. You have to study it out. You have to understand the white papers. You have to understand all the different things. But you have to do that research, and you have to come to your own conclusion so you know what you hold. So, first thing is we just put in how much we want to stake, and then we want to determine how long we want to stake. So stake locked until November 10th will be a 1x multiplier, and we would receive a APR, an annual percentage rate of about 3.2. Now what I always do is I just go for the 4 years, right? So November 3rd 2029, and that gives me basically a 13% APR. And the way I do it in my main account, of course this is not my main account, this is just simply for us to teach you DeFi in the MetalX ecosystem, as I've mentioned in prior videos. But in my main account, what I do is every week, either on Friday or Saturday, I'll go ahead and claim my loan on the lending protocol, claim my loan from the staking, which is right up here. You get your rewards right here, and then I will put them into another 4-year run. Okay, now also what I do is when I hit the level, like when I hit 1 million loan, for example, I started to do 50% restaked for 4 years and take the other 50% of those rewards and go buy more assets, right? But until I got to where I wanted to be, bare minimum of where I wanted to be, which was 1 million loan, 100% of everything that I claimed in my rewards went right back into staking every single week. So week after week after week, 4 years from now, week after week after week after week after week, it'll be unlocking, and I can use that for various. I can stake it again. I can use it to purchase assets. I can use it to pay down loans that I have on the lending protocol, and all sorts of options. But every single week, 4 years from now, every single week, week after week, I will have loan becoming unlocked. And at the projected APR, the 12.9199 or 13% APR, is what you are going to be getting in rewards in the $loan token. Okay, so I go 4 years. You can choose however much time you want. Maybe you just want to go till November of 2026. Maybe you want to just go to January of 2026, right? That'll give you a 3.7% APR, and you will receive that in the loan token, and that would be a multiplier of 1.16. But I like a 4x multiplier and a 13% loan APR, receiving that in the $loan token. I believe in the $loan token. I do believe that there will be a multitude of banks that will be using this platform and the MetalX infrastructure behind the scenes of the various small community banks and fintech companies, as well as your credit unions and maybe even some of the bigger banks. But we will see on all that. Right now is a good time if you are someone that wants to get loan. Now is a good time to get it, because we are in a down market. You should always purchase crypto while we are in a bloody mess, right? That way you reap the benefits of the bounce or the upward trend when it comes. You should never buy while markets are going up, but psychology and all these things cause people to buy in as markets go up, and then they end up buying in at the top. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just telling you that if you are looking to get some loan, now would be a good time to get it, and it may go down lower, and that would also be a good time to get it. But when it starts moving back up, not such a great time to get it. But in the long term and the long view of things, there's never a wrong time to get it. Anyway, once you determine how much you want to stake and for how long you want to stake it to get the multiplier and APR that you want, you click stake, sign the transaction, and just like that, you are staked, and we have 66,000 loan, multiplier of 4, 13% APR. It is staked until November 3rd, 2029, and we will start to get rewards up here. And this is in fact live, but because we're dealing with small numbers, $49.34, it will take a while to get our first loan, right up here where it says 0 in our rewards. Okay, but like on my other on my main account, every day triple digits in loan coming in. All right, so it just depends on what you invest, how quickly your rewards begin to add up. Okay, so the amount that you invest, the dollar value amount, determines how quickly the rewards will begin to add up. So that's it, guys. It's very easy, very simple. You can take your loan, you can purchase loan, then you can stake your loan, and then you can take your rewards either on a daily basis, weekly basis, whatever, and take them, and then when you get them, you claim them, and then you come here to the stake tab that we're on right now, put what you claimed into max, put your 4x multiplier, and then you're just compounding and compounding and compounding week after week or day after day, or however you're setting it up for yourself. So this is just yet another avenue, right? We are getting XPR rewards, we are getting metal rewards, we are getting stablecoin rewards, as well as loan rewards from the lending protocol. That's 4. Now we are getting loan rewards for staking loan. That's 5 different yields that are coming into our life, whether we get out of bed or don't get out of bed, whether we go to work or don't go to work, right? These things are happening no matter what. 5 sets of yields from one DeFi ecosystem, and we haven't even got into looping at this point. So I don't know what I'm going to do next, guys. It may be a video on Snipburst, because I can clearly see where YouTube is going, and it's going to become very difficult for people on that platform to keep their channels. So right now, the only true, genuine platform that I know of that pays you to do all these things is Snipburst, and that's part of the MetalX ecosystem, by the way. So we might cover that next. I don't know. We'll see where I go with the next one. But for now, get in the word, stay in the word, get the word in you. Probably the most important thing you can possibly do in your life. And then we will catch you in the next video.